In today's episode of filming, disasters while filming, I literally snatched these lashes off like I'm finished. Haven't talked about the look, haven't done any photos on the camera, just did some on my iPhone, posted a couple Instagram looks. Then I was like, Ashleigh, you ain't talked about the look, you ain't closed out the video, you haven't even done the beginning of the video. And I was snatching off my lashes because I needed to refilm a look that I failed to record on my Violet Crazy video, which is this by Unearthly Cosmetics. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just redo this look. I got time right before my doctor's appointment. Then I look at the microphone. I've recorded, so not on. Microphone's not on. Okay, but so the first part, I guess it'll be a voiceover. Yeah. Yep. Epic fail. I need to get my life together. Let's get started with the video. Hey guys, this is Ashleigh. Welcome on back to my channel. So now that you've heard the debacle of me trying to film this video, no mic, snatching off part of the look, at least it was just my lashes prior to even filming the intro or the outro or talking about the makeup look, was just going to go ahead and introduce myself. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashleigh. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashleigh. And the Gargoyle palette, oh my gosh, spoiler alert, I think this might be one of my favorite palettes of the year. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. So like right now I'm putting it up there with Cold Moon, even though it released like the day after Christmas, but let's be for real. Like by the time we got it, it was 2024. The Gargoyle palette, ooh, Flying Fiddles, Amy's palette from with Adept. It's been some good ones. Oh my gosh. So, and I still have like a bunch of stuff to play with over here that have piled up for me while I have been down and not feeling well. But let's go ahead and talk about this little baby right here. This is the Unearthly Gargoyle palette. It is gorgeous. When I saw this color story, I said, oh yes, sign me up. So I believe it was available September 1st, but you can kind of it was available early and you could purchase it around the very end of August, and it's shipped out around the 7th of September. So this arrived to me yesterday, and when I saw it online, I was like, yes, this color story is right up my little alley. And when I opened it up in person, I was like, yes, it is even more stunning. So the palette it's heavy, it's substantial. Don't drop it on yourself. You're gonna cry, okay? It did arrive right here, and they sent it actually UPS. So it did come with this nice little box, and I do appreciate it. And I understand kind of why brands are doing this, because it costs a lot of money to make these products, get these products to us, for the postal service or UPS or FedEx to have accidents and breaking it and everything like that. So I know it's kind of like a lot of packaging, but at the end of the day, I definitely see why they're doing it. Like Ensley has been doing this. Ensley, Unearthly. I feel like it's a couple other brands. Like if you order from C Beauty, if you order from the Look Healthy store, oh my gosh. All right, my battery is blinking. All right, let me not forget to hit record this time when I come back from changing it. I'll be back. All right, I'm recording. Battery is changed. So what was I saying? So I definitely understand why they've been doing this. And this palette does retail for $68. It is available now on the Unearthly website. If you are thinking about this palette, just go ahead and grab it now. They do have different things like Shop Pay where you can break up the payments and to keep it more affordable for the budget. The ingredients are on the back. They're also on the website. The brand is cruelty free. It is Leaping Bunny approved, and it's 24 months time span once you open it. If you keep your makeup in a cool and dry area, it's going to be okay. The packaging is it's recyclable. It's distributed by Unearthly Cosmetics, and they're out of St. Cloud, Florida. And also has the batch number. It has the net weight, which is 32.2 grams or 1.2 21 ounces. It's designed in the US, it is made in China, and remember, things that are made in China can be vegan and cruelty free as long as they are not selling in China. So yes, and they have the customer support. Like, they are really just doing it. I just love to see the elevation of Unearthly Cosmetics. I've been rocking with them since they're alien. I kind of stopped making some purchases, but now I'm very much more intrigued. The quality is really nice. It gives indie, but it doesn't scream indie. It's giving high level indie. And I just love how Amanda has started reinvesting in her brand. And I like that it's taking off. I love that, because I feel like at one point that was kind of the issue. It was like certain things we would want to come back, and it was like people are really asking for it, because she was definitely on the trend of the all shadow palette. If you think about All I Ever Wanted one, when it was back in this Alien Cosmetics, like, she was one of the first to do one of those all shimmer palettes, like, that took place in 2020 and 2021, where shimmers were just like, that's it. She was the trailblazer, one of the trailblazers, and we couldn't get that back to save our life. But now we're kind of getting releases back. The Dreamer came back, the Sorcerer's Smoke, it's been restocked. So she's giving the people what she wants. It was a healthy release with this collection. I mean, you had like highlighters, you had lip glosses, you had the whole palette. So you can pick up everything, but I just opted to pick up the palette. You also have a beautiful unicarton that matches the palette right here. Unfortunately, I'm not usually one to keep this unless it's different than the palette, because I can't open anything. Like, if y'all know me, like, it's a miracle that I was able to get in this box. Some of these boxes I just literally have to tear. I can't open a darn thing. So I have 3 looks for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You already heard about my debacle with not turning on the mic, but we're going to keep rolling because I love this. This is just, it's so good. So let's just go ahead and get started with the looks. Well, guys, you know the drill. I already told you I didn't turn on my mic. So, of course, we're starting with my Goof Proof Pencil shade 3.75. And I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. It is an old holy grail. It's no longer available. But if you want something similar, you can get Matte Contemplative State. But I'm going to go ahead and use this up. And let's just go ahead and get started. All right, I am back, and this time we have audio because I didn't have my mic on, and apparently I thought I had filmed this part because I snatched my lashes off. Like, yes, I posted a couple photos to Instagram that I took with my iPhone that came out well, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm finished. So I'm back and I love how this came out. Oh my gosh. It came out so beautiful. That gray just layered so well with, well, the brown basically layered so well with the gray. So we have Perched right here. Perched is beautiful. And then I laid it over the gray, which is the deep sleep, because I just kind of wanted that. I wanted neutral, but I wanted a little cool meets warm tone. And oh my gosh, it blended out so beautifully. And then I just decided to just pop that still in the inner corner and deepen it up with the Bordeaux shade, which is Sinister Figure. And it just came out so well. Of course, going in with Guardian across the lid just gave it that neutral pop, and finishing up in the inner corner with Awakening. It just gives it that feel. It's giving fall, it's giving more daytime, but maybe special event appropriate, depending on where you got to go. I just love this. Is just a beautiful pairing. I see so many combinations, like I was saying earlier, or you might not even know what I was saying earlier because I didn't turn on the mic. But I see so many combinations. I see that you can just definitely, okay, you're going out. You got daytime looks, you got work appropriate looks, you got neutral looks, you got deep, dark, smoky jewel tone looks, you have grungy looks. I mean, the combinations are just endless with this. When I say endless, I mean endless. I just see so many best possibilities. This palette is so beautiful. The quality is beautiful. The mattes are amazing. The only two mattes I did not use Gothic Grace, which let's keep 100. I probably really will not touch into that particular shade unless it's like in a corner. And I did not use Ancient Spare, but this is a beautiful like brown tone shade. But I just definitely wanted to go with my gray. You know how I feel about a gray matte. I love some gray mattes, and all of the shimmers are really gorgeous. Also, I had no problem applying them. The only one I did not use would be Night Watcher. But definitely with the shimmers, I definitely use my glitter glue, my NYX glitter glue. You know, I love my NYX glitter glue with these type of shimmers. I feel like it just brings out the full impact of the shimmers. And then in the areas where I have little folds, it also just cures those shades. And it also just amps up the shade, makes it boost. Definitely, I use my finger. If you're not a finger girly, maybe like the rougher 02 brush will be great for you, or I don't know, Heather Austin always makes it work with a big fluffy brush. I don't see how she does that sorcery, but she always makes it work. But I definitely use my fingers. I have gotten over that whole using my finger thing. I never used to like to use my finger, but now I'm like, this is the only way to get these shadows in the eyes. And then I go in with my brush, which is usually my Sonia G flat definer brush, to go ahead and clean up those lines. And what I do notice about these shades is one of those things. It's like you want to, you don't need a lot. They're very smooth, but you want to pick it up and you just want to tap it on. Don't tap it out too much because you will dull down the shade. So if you just tap it on, get it in your place, and then you'll keep the intensity of the shade. And if you tap it out too much, you can't go ahead and build it up, but just go ahead and tap it in and mix it really nicely. This shade Menacing, oh my gosh, it just gives so much more dimension to the look by adding it on top of the Guardian shade, which is, I guess it's kind of like a holochrome-ish to say. Let's see, does it say it's a holochrome? I don't know, but these shades, when I say like this palette is gorgeous, let's see, Guardian, a sparkling olive gold chat, I don't know, what does this say? A sparkling olive gold shifts to pink, adding a touch of magic. So it doesn't necessarily say it's a holochrome, but it does have a little of that kind of going on, but the sparkles are very light and it's not too obvious. It just gives more sparkle in the shade. And then I would definitely say that the bronze shade is definitely more of a traditional shimmer that would be Menacing. But I just love the format of the palette. I like how this palette, like usually lately, I like how it's 3 rows. I know she's been kind of doing the 2 rows, but I like how it's a little bit bigger. Definitely when she was when she was Alien Cosmetics, she had larger palettes, but this is just so good. I'm just so happy to see the growth of the brand and the evolution of the brand. And this palette is just so high quality down to the packaging. It feels heavy, it feels weighted. You have the ingredients on the back. The artwork is beautiful. You have a nice mirror. And the shades are very blendable. The mattes are really nice because sometimes with the indie brands, you don't always get the greatest mattes sometimes. Like the shimmers are going to be bomb, but sometimes the mattes are like, okay, but I feel like all of these mattes are really nice. I didn't have any problem blending them out. Even the lighter tones, I wasn't picking up like that white cast that you would get with them sometimes. I did do a little patting method, but I feel like if you did like the windshield wiper sweeping back and forth, you would still be okay. But even with the gray shade, I just kind of just blended it in. I used more of a dome brush, but it was not a problem. I think I did use the 201 at one point by BK Beauty, and then of course I've also gone in with my Blend Bunny B5, which is a really nice, just kind of get in the crease, smoke it, blend it all together. I think this is really most of the brush I use because I used it for the gray, I used it for Perch, the brown, and I also used it with Sinister Figure all in the corner. So it was just kind of a multi-purpose brush. But I really like this. This palette is still available. If you're thinking about it, I would just go ahead and pick it up because you know how Unearthly is. Like once it sells out, she'll usually restock it, but you're going to have to wait. This palette is just beautiful. This is a color scheme that is just like really up my alley, things that I like. So if you kind of like things like that, I love like gem tones and purples and blues and grays and greens together. And I just see so many comments like, I just know I need to use like this little pocket. I use this shade in the inner corner, but I need to see it across the lid. And I need to see it with maybe these, and then I need to just see Awakening by itself across the lid. I think it would be a beautiful ethereal shade. Definitely you do daytime. You definitely can do the daytime with the Guardian. Definitely can do it with our Copper and Menacing, even the Mystic Stoke. Because these are still light enough, versus like down here, you definitely get a little bit deeper, but it's just a beautiful, comprehensive palette. And I'm going to definitely enjoy this. So let me know how you like the look. The only thing that changed for my makeup details is actually nothing because I did go ahead and use my Alkaline 24/7 Glide On Pencil for this look, which is right down here. And yeah, like everything else is definitely the same. So let me know. Oh my God, what was my favorite look? I don't know. I love this one too. And it's neutral, but it's neutral. It's giving spicy neutral. And I love a good spicy neutral. All the looks have been gorgeous. So I really like the first. I don't know. Y'all pick for me. Let me know down in the comments. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come back with another video. And subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.